was out with my friend about 3 weeks ago, and I gave him a very interesting realization through what he was going through at that time. We're having a deep conversation about heartbreak and losing people and our experiences with it. And he's had a lot of experiences recently, which is very sad, of course, and very hard, of course. And I said to him, I said, in about 6 months' time, in about a year time, you're going to look back at this with such a positive perspective if you do the right things now, if you improve yourself now, and if you help yourself now. And he's already went through a journey of losing a lot of weight, and he's lost a lot of weight and got in better shape and got more confidence, which is amazing. And he's already seeing the difference anyway. Plus, he's got me on his side who knows a lot about getting in shape, so I can always help him, give him different exercises, help him in different ways, and I always give him advice on it. Plus, there's a lot of better people in his life. A lot of new experiences come from it. And when you go through an experience like that, you start to lose yourself a little bit. But if you catch yourself while you're falling and say that this is negative anyway, this is a negative experience anyway, and there's not really much I can do apart from focus on what I can do. There's not really much I can do about that apart from focusing on me as a person and focusing on developing myself as a person. Because at the end of the day, you can't control another person. And it's weird in a sense because I saw this light bulb effect almost go off in his head. He was like, oh yeah, I didn't view it like that. Because obviously you view it in a short-term sense, a short-term tense as well, because you're thinking right now, you're in a lot of pain, you're in a lot of sadness, it fucks your head up, you feel terrible. But in reality, it's a very good thing for him in a sense, because now he's getting better, meeting more people, getting in better shape, improving himself more, having more of direction, leading to more results in himself and a better life in itself. And this is exactly what happened with me before. I had the exact same similar thing where I lost someone who I liked and it fucked me up. But it allowed me to improve and get better, and I viewed it from a perspective that over a certain period of time, if I keep trying and I keep improving and I keep trying to get better and better and better, I will find someone better. And that's exactly what happened. And I make myself better, and that's exactly what happened. And this is one of these things that I just want you lot watching this video to get this optimism from this situation, whatever you're going through, because it's one of these things that is very harsh and very horrible straight away, and it can linger for a while as well. People didn't say that. People say you can get over it in like 6 months, but obviously it's quite hard, especially dependent on how deep the connection was. Let's say you've been with them for like 5 years or some shit. Of course you can't just get rid of them in like 6 months, a year. It's probably going to linger for a while. The feelings are probably going to linger for years and years and years and years. But you can still work past them, if that makes sense, and help yourself through that. And I just want you lot watching this video to get the perspective that if you start improving yourself now, getting in the gym, working on yourself, learning more, trying to make more money, trying to save more money, trying to improve your physical health, trying to challenge yourself, trying to improve yourself, learning and learning and learning different skills, different things, listening to books, you will also really improve yourself. Reading books, listening to audiobooks, I meant to say listening to audiobooks, but you will really improve yourself and help yourself and develop yourself on a different level. But if you use it as a thing to hold you back, which is easily done, alcohol, drugs, all them things, they're your best friends at that time. They're your best friends when you feel like that. Alcohol and drugs are something that you want to dive into during that time, because it really almost centers yourself and makes you feel better and almost takes your mind completely off it, if that makes sense. And it feels like a natural cure at that point. Oh, let's just fucking get on it. You know what I mean? It's a natural thought process, I feel like, in this modern day, is to turn to them things straight away when something goes wrong. If you almost delay that and say, nah, I'm not necessarily gonna drink too much, I'm not gonna dive into drugs. Let's say it's different if you go out here or there, but let's say you're not gonna go extreme on it. And you say, actually, if I view myself in a future tense, let's say 6 months time, a year time, and if I keep trying and improving myself, where would I be as a person? And how much would I develop as a person? And if you visualize that person in a future tense, where you want to be, the person you want to be, after 6 months to a year time, you will start actually achieving more of that version of yourself. And you'll be very grateful and happy. And it'll feel like a past memory in a sense, you know? Of course, you struggle at it, bits here or there. There'll be times where it's obviously hard. And you fall into different emotions. We're human at the end of the day, as much as we act like men, or yeah, no emotion, we're human. Is what it is. You're going to have emotional times where you feel like, oh, I'm going to text them. I'm going to text them at like 2 a.m. in the morning. Then you're going to have other times where you're going to feel like, actually, this isn't right. I need to think logically. And at that stage, you got to think logically as well. Just kind of take your time away from that person and improve yourself. And I just want you lot to get this optimism from this, that if you go through a situation like that, you can actually use that as such a positive. And I remember just saying it to him, I was like, this will be an unbelievably positive situation in the future tense. I was like, view yourself about 6 months from now, a year from now. This situation is going to be so positive. We're in a cider brewery. They brewed our cider in town. It's brilliant. And we were saying that, and it was one of these things where it was just quite a good interaction, because it obviously gave them that sense of optimism through that. And that's what you need sometimes. Sometimes you just need that little bit of direction. Sometimes someone saying something can direct you on a different path than someone who say, nah, let's just come out and let's just drink this, and not speak about anything of substance. That makes sense. And I just want you lot to get this idea that if you keep improving yourself and improving yourself and improving yourself, you will naturally have things fall into place, whether that's a relationship here or there. Girls come into your life when you start improving yourself, just naturally. They come into your life. You don't have to apply much effort. You're getting in better shape, you're more confident, you have more money, you feel better in yourself. Things just naturally start falling into place a bit more. And let's say over 6 months to a year time, even a longer scale time, you are going to look at yourself with such a positive mindset and such a gratitude mindset instead of a negative mindset, and that you hate yourself. And that's going to be the real message in this video. Don't view it as a negative. View it as almost something to put you in check, something to push you forward, something to direct you back on the path like you should have kind of been on. Because sometimes we know, as people, we know that we need to be on a certain path, directing ourselves on a certain path, but we get lost in this external thing, because that's comfy. Oh, I might as well do this with this, I might as well do this. And of course you need to dabble in bits of that here or there, but if you cut that off and start working on yourself, and especially when it comes to an end and it really hurts and it's not something you truly wanted, it could have been on the other side, it's one of these things that is insanely positive for you and insanely amazing for you to prove yourself, to help yourself forward. And that's going to be the true message in this video. Hope you lot got a lot of value. View it as a positive. Look at it from a moreover perspective, a moreover time perspective, and you will actually achieve a better version of yourself and achieve a better person, find a better person in general, and be on a better path for yourself, for your mental health, for how you view yourself. And if anything, you will build resilience, more resilience through going through something like this than if you didn't. And you'll be better off in the future tense anyway. Let's say a situation happens similar, or let's say you just going through different things in your life. If you bounce back from something like this, imagine when other shit goes wrong in your life. You're going to view yourself as a lot more positive, and you're going to be able to get back from that situation a lot more easier and a lot more better. And that's going to be the real message in this video. Hope you all got a lot of value. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.